We don't foresee any scope whatsoever for further mobilization of resources from our domestic resources, given our own challenges. Rohingya issue and its sustainable resolution must be kept alive on the global agenda as they need our support until they return home. In that spirit of solidarity, during the last Ramadan in March this year, the Secretary General of the United Nations, Antonio Guterres, and I joined with over 100,000 Rohingyas in an iftar in Cox's Bazar, as I mentioned before. I take this occasion to thank the Secretary General on behalf of all the Bangladeshis and all the people in the camp and all the Rohingyas, wherever they are. That was a wonderful gesture he did, an uplift to the morale of all the people in Bangladesh and the Rohingyas, particularly around the world. You may recall that last year in the United Nations General Assembly, I made a 3-point proposition to address the Rohingya crisis. In recognition of my call, the high-level conference was envisaged for this year's General Assembly. I hope that this dialogue here in Cox's Bazar will contribute substantively to the conference in New York in shaping the roadmap for an expedited and permanent solution of the Rohingya crisis. My Rohingya brothers and sisters, Bangladesh supports and is working relentlessly for a sustainable solution to your crisis. This dialogue is aimed at amplifying your voice in rolling out a roadmap towards early, voluntary, and sustainable return to your homeland. Distinguished participants, it is not only the responsibility of Bangladesh, but also of the international community to share the burden of the Rohingya crisis, to reflect on the possible solutions, and to play an active role in implementing them. In going forward towards these objectives, I propose the following 7 points. First point, umbilical relationship of Rohingyas with their homeland cannot be severed. So their right to return to their own home and homeland has to be secured. Therefore, we urge all parties and partners to work hard for charting a practical roadmap for their speedy, safe, and dignified, voluntary, and sustainable return to their homes in Rakhine as soon as possible. We must not be held hostage to mere rhetoric. The time is for action right now. Second point, undiminished contribution of donors and humanitarian partners is essential to ensure continuity of life-saving programs. We make an appeal to the international donors to enhance their commitments in order to fill out the fund gaps in the Joint Response Plan of 25-26. At the same time, we urge upon the stakeholders to undertake consolidated efforts for adequate and sustainable funding for future as well. Third point, all acts of violence against Rohingya must cease immediately. We urge upon the Myanmar authorities as well as the Arakan army to ensure safety, security, and livelihood of the Rohingyas. They should make sure that no more Rohingyas enter into Bangladesh. At the same time, they must allow internally displaced persons from camps in central and northern Rakhine to return to their homes inside Myanmar as soon as possible. Fourth point, a platform for consultation or dialogue is exigent for commencing communication, reducing tension, ending conflict among the ethnic communities inside Myanmar. We urge upon Myanmar government and de facto authorities in Rakhine to constructively engage in dialogue with the Rohingya with the Rohingyas to promote reconciliation among themselves, restore rights of the Rohingyas, and facilitate their speedy repatriation back to their homes. Fifth point, role of the international community, in particular ASEAN and countries in the neighborhood, is indispensable to create conducive environment in Rakhine. We all support all international efforts to this end, including ASEAN's 5-point consensus. We urge upon the international community to be more active in advancing peace, security, and stability in Rakhine and in the neighborhood. We need to address and combat transboundary organized crimes, including human and drug trafficking, smuggling of small arms, and criminal activities that impact peace, security, and stability. Sixth point, regional and international stakeholders must continue to stand resolutely against the heinous crime of ethnic cleansing. Towards that, we urge upon all to calibrate their relationship with Myanmar and Arakan Army and all parties to the conflict in order to promote an early resolution of the protracted crisis. Seventh and the final point, we urge upon the international community to add dynamism to the ongoing international accountability processes at the International Court of Justice, International Criminal Court, and elsewhere. We urge upon them to implement the provisional measures decided by ICJ, ensure justice and accountability, and put an end to the genocide and crimes against humanity. It is timely to reflect on realizing relevant aspects of restorative justice. Dear friends and partners, Rohingya crisis emanated from Myanmar, and the solution also lies in Myanmar. All parties must act to end the crisis with greater resolve without any further delay. Your solidarity with the Rohingyas' voice could be a beacon of hope for them in reversing their marginalization and persecution as the starting point of their return to their homeland. Let us all join our hands and pronounce our determination to contribute to the dignified return of the Rohingyas, ensuring justice and accountability. I thank you all. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, sir, for your kind guidance and directions. Esteemed partners, now we will have a photo session at the seaside. Our colleagues will usher you all. Honorable Chief Advisor of the Government of Bangladesh will join you soon for the photographs. With this, I thank you all.